folks. Happy New Year. I want to start off this year running. The other day, we read in the newspaper, was in the front page of the Valley News, it was from Washington Post, about the congressman on January 6th reading the Constitution aloud. Now, honestly, I think it's all for show for the Tea Party people, but that's neither here nor there. I was having a conversation with this gentleman that was in the store. We'll call him Dan. And we were talking about this, and I said to Dan, I says, at least it's a good start. And he looks at me and he says, it may be a good start, but it all depends. It's not going to change anything. It all depends on how they interpret the Constitution. Well, I looked at him and I said, Dan, I says, I'm a constitutionalist. I said, and there's no interpretation about it. It was written in black and white. He says, well, I'm a constitutionalist too. And he says, and there are many gray areas and it has to be interpreted. That's what the Supreme Court was for. Well, before I could say another word, there are a couple other customers came up. And we had to drop it at this. Well, I'm going to finish that statement that I was going to tell you right now. No, Dan, that's not what the Supreme Court is for. The Supreme Court was put in place to protect the Constitution. It was put there to defend it from government. That's the purpose of the Supreme Court, to protect the Constitution, not to interpret it. Even the Supreme Court has gotten way off base. Just something to think about. At some point, I'm going to be starting to go through the Constitution here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in facts from the Federalist Papers, but something that a lot of people don't read is also the Anti-Federalist Papers. And you're going to see through this series of videos that, maybe some more of the Anti-Federalists should have been listened to. They pointed out things that are happening now. Something to think about. One of the Anti-Federalist things was that they wanted the Bill of Rights written directly into the articles of the Constitution. The Federalists wanted it as an amendment. I think that was the start of some problems. Who knows? But anywho, folks, I'm going to end this with just a simple little fact and a statement. Keep on your own state legislators. I'm going to be working very heavily with the 10th Amendment Center and our state legislators. We came close to putting through a vote where if the federal government stepped on the state's toes too much, well, it was just a threat that we would secede. I would like to see that go through this year. And I'm going to be working very heavily with some of our legislators and see what we can do about that. And a final thought is get to know your county sheriff. Talk with your county sheriff. He's your last defense against tyranny. The county sheriff does not answer to the governor. He doesn't answer to the federal government. He doesn't even answer to the president. He answers to you, the people. You elect him. It's his job to uphold the Constitution and protect the citizens of your county. He's your last defense against tyranny. In the meantime, folks, have a great day. I'm not letting the battle slide. This is not a fresh start. This is just a continuation of the same battle. But I'm coming at it at a different angle right now. Peace out, all.